Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. Digital Minister Gobind said state-owned Digital Nasional or DNB will hold a meeting next Tuesday to review due diligence findings on the 5G network rollout. He told the press that the meeting will also address the remaining conditions precedent in the share subscription agreements with the telco companies, after which the company will advise the government on the direction of the country's second 5G network. He said there are timeframes that are set for that and that DNB would get back to Berjaya in 20 days' time after reviewing the due diligence report. The meeting follows the appointment of 5 new members nominated by the mobile network operators to DNB's board. Last December, Celcom Digi, Maxis, Telkom Malaysia, U Mobile and YTL Communications inked the agreement to take up stakes in DNB as part of the transition from a single wholesale network to a dual network model. Under the share sale agreement, the 5 operators will collectively subscribe to 70% equity in DNB, leaving the Ministry of Finance Inc. with 30% equity and a special share that will grant it certain special rights for a stipulated period. The US Treasury Department's top sanctions official will reportedly travel to Singapore and Malaysia next week as Washington seeks to combat funding for Iran and its proxy groups, as well as evasion of its sanctions on Russia. Citing a source familiar with the matter, a Reuters report said there has been an uptick in money moving to Iran and its proxies, including Hamas, through the Malaysian financial system. During the visit, first reported by Reuters, Treasury's Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, Brian Nelson, is expected to discuss US concerns and the sanctions risk such activity poses. According to its source, the visit comes as the US Treasury has increased its focus on terrorist financing through Southeast Asia, including through fundraising efforts and illicit Iranian oil sales. The Treasury Department in December imposed sanctions on 4 Malaysian-based companies it accused of being fronts supporting Iran's production of drones. While in Singapore, Nelson is expected to discuss the enforcement of a G7-led price cap on Russian oil, as well as cutting off the transshipment of critical dual-use goods, those which have both civilian and military purposes. Shares of Ajinomoto Malaysia surged to their highest in nearly 6 years after the food and seasoning company announced the ex-date for its special dividend. Ajinomoto rose as much as 7.4% to 21 ringgit 20 sen, its highest since June 2018, before paring its gains to 20 ringgit 30 sen at the close, still up 2.8%, giving it a market capitalization of 1.23 billion ringgit. No institutional analyst covers the stock. Ajinomoto told Bursa Malaysia yesterday that the 2 ringgit 12 sen per share special dividend will go ex on May 15th, while the payment date is the 30th of this month. Last July, the company declared its intention to pay out a special dividend following the sale of land in Kuchai Lama to Tan Sri David Lau Tien Seng for 408 million ringgit. The stock gained 28% so far this year amid strong earnings. In the 9-month period ended December 31st, 2023, its net profit jumped more than 8 times to 37.21 million ringgit on the back of improved operating margins, while revenue rose 8.49% to 483.68 million ringgit. Fraser Neve Holding, or FNN, said it will focus on fixed asset optimization over the next 3 years after having allocated over 3 billion ringgit in capital expenditure and development of its integrated farm in Gemas. FNN Chief Executive Officer Lim Yu Ho said the group is in a position where it can enhance its fixed assets turnover by 50 to 60% without significant capex. This will be the most profitable avenue for revenue growth. In the past 5 years, FNN has allocated up to 1.5 billion ringgit towards capex and business acquisitions, not including the development of the integrated dairy farm in Gemas. Lim revealed FNN has already invested over 1.7 billion ringgit in the first phase of the Gemas dairy farm project alone. Although the project is on schedule to commence initial milking for its fresh milk venture by early 2025, it is only expected to break even within the next 3 years. According to Lim, all FNN's business units are now exploring ways to increase revenue without incurring additional capex, and this will be its guiding principle for the next 2 to 3 years. FNN's shares rose 0.57% to 32 ringgit, valuing it at 11.74 billion ringgit. Naza Corp Holdings has completed the acquisition of a 100% stake in Berjaya Enviro Holdings from Berjaya Corp for 700 million ringgit in cash, marking its entry into the green economy with a focus on municipal and scheduled waste, as well as the waste-to-energy sector. The deal also sees Naza taking over 7 entities under Berjaya Enviro, namely BPJ Berjaya, Berjaya Eco Services, Save the Sea, Berjaya Enviro Parks, Amita Berjaya, JNT Berjaya Alamurni and Berjaya Energies. Naza Group Executive Chairman SM Nasaruddin SM Nasimuddin said the group will now be able to offer comprehensive solutions to meet Malaysia's waste management needs, leveraging on the extensive operational infrastructure, technological advancements and talented workforce of Berjaya Enviro and its 7 subsidiaries. He said the group recognises waste management as a cornerstone of the green economy, providing stable income streams unaffected by economic cycles. Under its new waste management business, Naza will continue to operate the 659-acre integrated waste management eco park, the Bukit Taga Enviro Park. Berjaya Corp is expected to lock in a gain of 490.74 million ringgit, which it has already allocated towards paring down debt.